They called him lazy in school, the boy who stared out the window while pencils screamed across paper. But when the bell rang, the answers that took others an hour came spilling out of him in a minute. Smart but lazy, or just listening for a door that only opens when the room goes quiet. Main idea: what looks like laziness in smart people is often strategy energy saved for the battles that count. A relentless hunt for a better path instead of the obvious one. If you want to learn English through real stories that touch your heart, don't forget to subscribe to English Get Story. We share new stories every week to help you grow your language and your life. Here's a truth we forget. The brain is a furnace. 2% of your body, using up about 20% of your energy, even when you sit still. When your mind whispers, "Not now," it might be bargaining, protecting fuel for later. Economists call it opportunity cost. Psychologists call it effort. Parents call it laziness. The body just calls it survival. In an office lit by the blue light of too many tabs, Maya has a reputation. She doesn't jump on tasks. She waits. She asks the question people hate: why are we doing this at all? While others pile hours onto a problem, she writes a tiny script that erases the problem itself. Half the team rolls their eyes. The other half watches their workload vanish. Lazy or precise. There's a principle older than the internet. George Sipp called it the principle of least effort. We're wired to choose the path that costs less. It's not a moral failure. It's a compass. The trick is knowing when less is a shortcut to wisdom and when it's a trap. Because here's the twist. What we call laziness sometimes hides pain. Burnout lives under fluorescent lights. Depression wears the mask of "I'll do it later." ADHD can make every small task feel like climbing a hill of sand. And fear of not being perfect can lock a smart mind in place like a brilliant engine stuck in park. Procrastination, in that light, isn't sloth. It's a shield. But there's another layer. The laziest move can be the bravest, saying no. A Nobel laureate named Herbert Simon once suggested that the smartest people don't always chase the perfect answer. They choose a good enough path to save strength for the things that matter. He called it satisficing. In a world that worships the all-nighter, good enough sounds like surrender. In a life you actually want to live, it sounds like strategy. Watch a programmer step away from the screen to make tea. Everyone assumes they're wasting time. Minutes later, the solution appears not because they tried harder, but because they tried softer. The brain has a backstage, and sometimes the backstage needs the spotlight. Daydreaming isn't idleness. It's quiet construction. Still, labels stick. Smart but lazy can follow you like a shadow, making you smaller than you are. So here's a different frame. what if laziness is a flashlight, where it refuses to shine tasks that drain, meetings that numb maybe? Those are places you don't belong forever, where it burns hot curiosity, design, solving things at their roots. Maybe that's your map. And if you're the one who's been called lazy, try this. Shrink the mountain. Make the first step so light your body doesn't notice. 2 minutes, 1 sentence, 1 email. Let progress invite more progress. Then, ask a harder question. Can I remove this task entirely? Can I automate it, delegate it, or simply let it go? Sometimes the smartest work is the work you never have to do again. Smart, but lazy. Maybe that's not an insult. Maybe it's a clue to design a life where your mind can do what it does best. Find the elegant move, the hidden door, the thing that looks like magic but is really just attention spent wisely. Somewhere, that kid by the window is still listening, not to the noise, to the problem breathing under the problem. They are not lazy. They're choosing where their fire goes. Thank you very much for watching the video to the end. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a like and comment to share your opinion. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends. See you in the next video. Be well.